Hello and welcome to my first art commentary video. I'm unsure how I'm going to be formatting these in the future, but I just wanted to talk about something that was on my mind recently, and I'm going to have a time-lapse video in the background of that 57-leaf clover character I came up with. I also attempted to draw some environments along with some shading on them, so it might look a little off as I'm pretty new to doing those, but the only way you can get better is with practice, so I hope you like it. So what I want to talk about was a thought that I had when I was heading home after my college classes. I was just thinking to myself, why am I uploading my art content online? What do I want out of this? Originally, when I was thinking about making this channel, I saw it as a way for me to help document my skills over time. And when I thought of that, I thought, why not just keep it on your computer? Why do I have to post this online? Because if I truly just wanted to look back and see my progress and see my skills develop, I could just open up my old files on my computer and I could see it that way instead of, needing to put it out on a YouTube channel. But of course, I think for most people, when we make art, you want it to be seen, you want it to be acknowledged by others. And I don't know why I wasn't thinking of it that way at the time. And I'm unsure why I'm making it such a big deal right now. Like why I was like ranting to myself in my car on the way back, what, like we gotta figure out why, like what's the true reason behind this, I think part of me feels kind of bad wanting to admit that I want to get recognition from someone, like for people to see my stuff. Because in the past when I've shared my stuff with, friends, it kind of felt like I was throwing my art projects or whatever it was I was creating and sharing just into a void and no one was really saying anything. I think occasionally people would say like cool, or they'd like react to it with an emoji or something. But most times it just felt like there wasn't anything there. So I started considering, turning to social media to see if anyone else would have anything to say. So shortly after I ended up making my YouTube channel, I figured, maybe I can strive for some more interaction. Like, wouldn't it be cool if my YouTube stuff actually did work out and I could possibly, do this for a living or something like that, I feel like that's got to be the dream for a lot of artists that are putting their stuff out there online, being able to, do what you like and kind of just expressing yourself online in a way that you enjoy. I think that, for me at least, that's the dream. So I was thinking about that and I was like, what can I do for engagement? What can small channels do to get recognized? And I was like, people love short form content. Short form content works. And, where do I post my short form content? And I knew the answer was TikTok. And I hate that I knew that I had probably a decent chance of it working on there if I posted my stuff on there. And so I went and I downloaded TikTok, and it was like for the first time, and I uploaded some of my shorts, some of my time lapses, and wouldn't you know it, it got some engagement, got decent engagement. I was expecting at first, like, oh, maybe 2 or 3 people will see this in a day or something like that. But no, I put something out and it hit like 100 or so views for me in the day. For me, which is a lot. 100, that's a lot of views for me. I have very low expectations. So I wasn't expecting anything really. I guess I wasn't expecting much by putting stuff on a platform where there's just this sea of content that's always being pushed. Like, there's so many people that use TikTok. It's, the king of short form media. And so it was a big surprise that it worked, that I caught something. I got like an audience. And then I was like, I should also put YouTube shorts out. And I put some YouTube shorts out. And those were working, and that was nice to see that people were, watching it and engaging with my stuff. Even just like by watching it, I'd say that that's engagement. I know people want comments and likes and stuff, and that's all fine and dandy. But just even seeing like views, like people have seen my stuff, like that's that's enough. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. People are seeing my stuff. And I'd like to say, I'm not a big fan of TikTok. I prefer watching long form content, which is ideally what I want this channel to be focused around. But I think when it comes to digital art and putting your stuff out there, being able to watch a time lapse that is about a minute long is usually going to be more appealing than some like a 30-minute video with music that's put over it. Especially if it's, I'd say, this is just an opinion, if you are a non-artist, that I feel like you would enjoy shorter form content, being able to watch it much quickly and see the final product, versus like if you are an artist, you may be more interested in wanting to watch longer form stuff and see how it's all made. But I think you're gonna get a lot more people if you're making shorter stuff, but that's just me. And I also think I shouldn't really beat myself up too much for wanting to share my stuff on that platform, because I think the big problem is the stigma that TikTok has, where it's this place that people are just pushing short form, brain rot content, and it's shortening people's attention span. And when I think of it that way, it makes me not want to associate with it or say like, oh, I put my stuff on a TikTok. But, when I was on there, I went and looked at the art community side, like that area where people are posting what I'm doing as well. And it's pretty good. Like it's good. There's some really nice tutorials, there's videos, there's a couple like, good memes and stuff, and just artwork in general. So it's not all bad. And I also don't think, people going on there and posting stuff, I feel like it shouldn't be seen as bad. I think it kind of just depends on what you're using it for. So anyway, the TLDR, the whole thing is that I wasn't really being honest with myself, and I just wanted to be able to share what I'm making with the world and start growing a little community and interacting with people online. And what I mean by that is like the possibility of, making art friends along the way, which, the only way you can do that is by interacting with people and sharing your stuff. So it's going to be a learning journey. I'm all pretty new to it. And if you're listening, I hope you'll stick around for all that. Well, I think that's probably going to be it for this video. If you liked this type of commentary, let me know so I can start working on some more. It's very rough. This is the first time I'm making something like this, so I'll need to refine some stuff and, learn to probably speak slower or whatnot, because I feel like I'm really rushing myself and not giving myself a chance to breathe. If I'm being honest, it's all new, and I don't know, it feels a little overwhelming. Anyway, the time lapse has been going. It's probably done. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, it's so pretty. Look at the mid lighting and the environment. Ooh, it's so good. Don't you want to like and subscribe? Oh my gosh. Oh. But yeah, that's gonna be it. If you liked it, let me know, and I guess I'll see you in the next one, whenever that's gonna be. Thank you.